right now, flanking Heaven.
Oh, but Nature's gonna be at a great spot, and if it's not him, Stellar's gotta go huge. Stellar gets two, holy cow! Gets all the way in there, gets the kills he needs, eventually drops, but that opens up the site for Luminosity. They get the spike down in a 2v2. The problem is both remaining members of Luminosity, worse for wear. They've gotten beat up a little bit. They're a little battered, a little tattered, but they fight to try to make this thing work, and a Proto comes up big, gets the final kill. Luminosity get the pistol.
Yeah, and I think if Luminosity comes through in this series, it's going to be off the back of a Proto. He might not have the best statistics on his team, but given the fact that LG picked this map, they're probably going to be the better team at this.
The problem here is that Moose got through, but the rest of his team did not, and Immortals were able to anchor that out, but there's the anchor that drops. Luminosity get through, they get the kill on to be Heaven, and that's going to give them room to work with. And if that's not enough, Moose can be an absolute nuisance as he continues to push forward. Man, that turret, that was beautiful. Nature gets the shots, Nature gets the kills as Moose gets dispatched, but you see Luminosity turn their attention towards A.
They did, and they're all in the A site, but look where the alarm bot is. That tells Immortals no one has pushed towards A main.
Yep. Thief here in a decent spot. The chemical Spidey sense is tingling, finds him, delivers him. As he drops a Proto, trying to play around the camera, waiting for the members to push onto him. That's gonna get some info. Nice shots from Dre, but just left alone. And Sean with 2 health. There's not a whole lot you can do there. Immortals get on the board. We're comfortable about wanting to go all the way through, waiting for teammates to show up. The smoke's going to go out as well. Thief is about to have quite a few players walk into his crosshair. He can't even get one. A shot of trades him out. A Proto's up for the help as well. He drops, but it's Dre who shows up just in the nick of time for 2. Gangsta trades him out, and Moose is left alone.
Wow, what insane aggression coming out of Immortals, taking B main for their own, pushing all the way through.
You see them starting to rotate over. There's a showstopper coming out of Moose, the res onto a Proto to bring Luminosity back to full strength. Nothing doing so far from Moose, but it's the rifle that does the damage. Shot up, still playing on the site. He's got the Empress, but he may not need to use it here as Moose gets picked apart. A very impressive retake from Immortals on the site. Really the way in. But JC Stanley up top. JC Stanley, good for him. Shot up got in on the action as well, but it doesn't matter as there are only 2 members of Luminosity left. Moose drops Stellar left alone in a 1v3. Not going to have any heroics, no magic this round. Immortals up by 4. Me just on the other side of the wall.
What are these guys on Luminosity about to do? There's no way they can survive this.
No, man, it's a firing squad. It's just a bloody disaster, right? And that's what I was saying. When you get pistols in like that, when it's quiet and you blast onto a site,
Empress could be the difference maker here on the retake.
Love the sack. I love how they're setting up the crossfire though from Luminosity. Shot up is left alone. You ask for it to shine, and it's not going to be shining this time. A bit dull for Immortals, but Luminosity take a round. So hopefully there's nobody going in main. The turret's there to ensure no one's gone up ramps, and you're watching the middle of the map, so you can really gamble on B, and it's a very confident gamble. But that said, Luminosity managed to get onto the site just fine as Nature's left alone.
Yeah, Nature, he's been taken out of the picture so far this game. He has not had much action.
Immortals had hidden away. Luminosity looking like they've got something special going on here. Thief gets onto one. Drake gets one as well. The rifles from Luminosity come alive. A flawless round to take what looked disastrous initially, Sean. He's got a pretty good spot in a crossfire as well. Moose down to 21 health. Love that. So trying to buy some time. Nature back on site. He's going to drop as well. 1 left and not around for long. An excellent retake from Luminosity. They pick up right where they left off in the previous half. Wall goes up. Proto playing around his cages. Very timid as they try to move forward. Stellar dropping a couple of shots up onto Heaven. Shot up, trades it out, however, as he gets a second one onto a Proto. The spike is going to go down. The two remaining members of Luminosity, they're both going to be coming in from the same side to try to get this retake. That would have been a big one, but Shot stuffs it. He gets a fourth one on the round to take the lead for Immortals yet again. Coming through, you see Chemicals has gotten onto the site first, still waiting to get the spike down, and you can't when a Proto's in your front pocket. Gangsta trades it out, but boys on the side of Luminosity pick them apart. Stanley's left alone. And in a 1v3, Sean.
Ooh,
Well,
that'll help. That will
okay.
help. Immediately shut down by Moose, though. It's going to sound so bizarre for me to say, but...
The wall's blocking it too. They have to fight back from where they came from or go through vents to get some space, but Moose has already gotten there. Dre's there as well. They realize that they're in serious trouble, and they've got to call in resources.
Oh, this is big trouble, though, for LG now, because now they've lost their B presence, right? They have to over-rotate towards this B site, which they kind of are, but they also are unsure. They've lost full map control. It went from being a great scenario to a horrible one.
Stopper from Chemicals, not even going to get a chance as Steve takes care of him. Stellar also able to catch in on that, and Proto looking for another one. He and Stellar clean the round up. Luminosity take the lead, and I mean, talk about roller coasters in the first half that round alone. Here we go. There's the lockdown. Nature good for one. The paint cans looking like they're trying to destroy it. They do destroy it, but the kills go in favor of Immortals. Luminosity just left with 3, but it's 3 really freaking good ones. But Immortals stuff it again. It's just down to Thief, Sean. And he's been in this position so many times, but can he go up big? Can he come up absolutely huge? No Empress. Dodges the paranoia. To get some, I mean, if he can get one and try to isolate these 1v1s, he might have a chance. But if you're Immortals, you just right, like you can't give them the 1v1s. You've got to remain patient. You can't give Thief a chance to make something happen. Nature stuffs it. 3 kills on the round for him. Well, but the wall goes up. Waiting to see if anyone's going to go up top. The thing is, they have info, and they have more buggies. Ray won a Proto with the Sheriff, and Thief gets it too. Are you kidding me? Shot him alone. What a round by Luminosity. They do it again in thrifty fashion. Yeah, he stuck it, man. He stuck that TP. A Proto down. He does not go huge. He doesn't even get a chance to do much of anything. Ray drops as well. Moose with the showstopper gets 2. No freaking way. Moose does it. Unbelievable. How about that for a Verizon high-speed moment of the match? You've got to be kidding me.
10 seconds left.
Doug.
Sure, I mean, he's got a chance at it too, but he's only got 2 health. Chemicals on the plant. Moose goes in aggressive. Oh, and he delays the plant. That's bloody beautiful. Oh my gosh.
The Red Bull clutch coming in. Oh my god, that was gorgeous.
Here we go. Chemicals with the showstopper. Oh man, again. Thief is just an anchor. Man, the guy just doesn't miss, but Stanley's showing he can do just as well as his opponent did. He's going to get the spike down as well.
Spike planted.
Taylor has a res. He's going to get this guy at male. Moose is back in the play, and we're on a 3-on-3. This is the most important round of the entire match, and Shot Up is coming up big again.
He also has the Empress. You hear the players moving over. Shot Up's going to get all the info that he wants, and he gets the kill. He's got 3. He's potentially looking for more. Stellar understanding he has to peek it. He saw the gun barrel there. He knows where he's coming from. Little jiggle, a little dance. Stellar gets him. A 1v2, and I don't know that Stellar can do anything here, Sean.
No, he can't. He's going to have to save this gun. And, I mean, we don't have insight to what their economy is at this second, but based on the fact that Moose won a 1-on-4 the prior round, and even the round before that was close, there's no way Luminosity has money this round. I'm just going to gamble and say...
Crazy to think that it was the space that they took that proved to be their downfall in that moment.
30 seconds left.
It's a 3v2 though, and it's decently winnable here, right? Dre is weak. He's gonna get healed up. Doesn't have any armor, but what he does have is that playmaking ability, that X factor that we've seen out of him so many times. Clock continuing to tick away.
Yeah, they need a kill in the next 5 seconds or this is safe. They need it now.
They're going. The paranoia. Dre drops down. Stellar got that one kill that you asked for. Dre looking for more, but Gangsta responds just fine. He gets 3 huge kills to tie us up at 11, Sean.
Hey, sight, the Buckies will not be close, Sean.
Oh, no. Oh, no. That went sideways. That went sideways very quickly. Absolutely free sight. And the space that they're going to take away. Immortals playing for blood, bro. They're going for the jugular.
The way Shot Up has taken over this game at the tail end of this half is unreal.
Oh boy. Okay.
Flawless round from Immortals to put them on 12.
I think Shot Up gets the first kill. JC Standy is on the site. That's going to give Immortals room as well as they try to put Luminosity away. Chemicals playing tight on these corners as the spike goes down. Luminosity in a pretty brutal spot here as they try to take the site back. The wall's going to go up too, just continuing to delay things. And the problem is, Sean, they're going to have to funnel in all from the same side. They have to be one-dimensional and they're pushing. That's what happens when you don't have options. Shot Up continues to pop off. I think he had like 26,000 kills that map as Immortals win map 1, 13-11. What a performance. The retake.
Jumping out this smoke into a frenzy. It works out.
But they get the spike down and they retreat to their post plants and they've planted for long. So in this situation, for Luminosity to take control back, they have a couple of choices, but one of the keys is you've got to somehow either stick the defuse, get it to half where you're gonna have to run at them, right? You can't let them continue to hold up. The diffuser gets killed again, and it's just down to one player. It's just Stellar. You talk about, you know, we were talking about this, Sean. In a position like that, you have 2 options. You either throw up utility and hope somehow by the skin of your teeth you can take it away. Absolutely raw aim. Good for 1. Oh boy, here we go. There's a showstopper out of Chemicals. Nope, not even gonna get a chance. Thief on the flank. Thief looking for another, but Gangsta Spectre actually wins that duel. A 1v3 for Gangsta. He's got a shock dart, but what he doesn't have, Sean, is he doesn't have a spike. He doesn't have any friends. He doesn't have a ton of space to work with.
Yeah, he basically said he had like a stick in a gunfight. He was a shot. Like, he's not doing anything with that one, Doug. He's done. He's done.
Top of the alarm bomb.
Yeah, they have no idea about that setup in Garage. And look, they're running into a sack because of it.
Paranoia across, counter paranoia done as well. Moose good for 1. Dre with the blades. You talked about how this lends itself to his playstyle, Sean, and it's not him at all, but it doesn't matter, right? Thief and Stellar rip them to shreds by himself. Immortals look like Swiss cheese there. Terrible.
Spike planted.
Okay. Immortals here with the numbers disadvantage after a little friendly fire. Somehow managed to get the spike down anyway. And they've taken decent post plants. JC Standy trying to dash away, but no, Thief again from the same spot. So problematic. Immortals get ripped to shreds, and Sean, you can't help but wonder.
From Long C, they are not going to get hit by any of this utility.
No, they're not. Moose really. So here's the interesting thing too, is if Moose draws attention, all right, the alarm bot, he's been given away, they know where he is, but that's at the exact moment that you see the other members of Luminosity get onto the site. But Proto, Shot Up trades one out, Chemicals gets it as well. Dre's alone in a 1v3, narrowly missing that first shot, and he doesn't even get a chance at the second one. Shot Up gets 3. The dart's not going to tag him, so you don't really know if Thief at this. All right, there it is. That's going to tag him up. That's going to give his position away, but JC Standy and Shot Up. Good for him. Thief somehow still alive in a position to make more magic happen. Absolutely unreal out of Thief. He's such a nuisance. Buyers on both sides of cameras there as well. They know everything, Sean. What a good read.
Wow. Like you said, the double trips on both sides of B, the camera guarding the the run in. Oh my god, Shot Up just finding so many openings into these rounds. That's a huge find. No smokes left.
Wow. A Proto in a 1v2. Oh, great peek by Immortals there, right? Like swinging at the exact same time. Like, and they don't know, but they've got to be feeling stuck here.
Oh my goodness, just another absolutely dry round coming out of Immortals. They just walk up into the site and win all of the gun duels.
No way! Moose has to use the Hunter's Fury, but you kind of wonder here if it's too little too late. See if he can get off the defuse, or the, excuse me, delay the plant. He doesn't. The spike goes down and things just went from really dang hard to almost impossible for Moose.
Yeah, and this is probably getting near a 2-for-1 type of round. Hey, LG can't have that good of an economy left, so this 1-on-3, Moose might opt to save his weapon here.
Oh, he's certainly flirting with the idea. Taps, maybe. Oh. Brilliant. Chemicals on the site, looking to get the spike down. There's the showstopper that we talked about. Nature with a turret kill, of all things, as a Proto, much like we saw a couple of rounds ago with Thief, but he's trying to dash around the site, and he might be good for it as well. No Chemicals with the jumping classic. That. There's the paranoia, there's the follow-up, as you said, but there's a recon in exchange. Chemicals gets behind them. Oh, no. Oh, no. Everything went so sideways there for Immortals.
Yeah, and that's just, I mean, that's what you have to deal with in a weapons. They cannot play. They have to fight. So this is very different.
Paranoia out. They follow it. They don't even get a chance, Sean, to fully commit. Right? You barely get past the cut before you get picked apart. 3-2 in favor of Luminosity, and that goes sideways very quickly. Down. But now it's interesting, Sean, you don't see them take long post-plant positions. They're going to fight on the site. They're not going to be willing to give up an inch. And, well, when you've got guys like Dre and you've got guys like Thief, why? Hey, looking for it, but JC Stanny, just such a problematic anchor from that corner. Gangsta gets it as well.
Enemy remaining.
Shot up.
Spike down, C.
Oh, Moose.
Oof, alarm bot coming back right when he gets there. Unlucky. The lurk stops there and shot up his holding garage. Not many openings here for Moose.
No. No, not at all. And that was a desperately needed round by Immortal Sean.
Wild.
That's the thing, Sean, is look at how far off they're playing. They feel so confident in that, understanding the showstopper and the Rolling Thunder were there. They can play off of it, and now they're going to go back in. A Proto's going to use the neural theft. He drops as Gangsta gets one. Dre, he's got that blade in his pocket. He's looking for another one. He gets it. Stellar does as well. Chemicals alone. Chemicals drop. So well played by Luminosity. Here, Sean, because the hit's over on A. Under 3 coming out.
The turret spotted him just now.
All right, so that's giving him away, and you see how, look at how much investment they have to put into that to respect it. Thief eventually drops. JC Stevie's got that up. Moose is left alone with 70 health left in a 1v5. I mean, you can take, well, I'm going to say you can take the bad boy to the bank. Okay.
Yeah.
You hesitate on moments like that for just a split second.
Oh, they did plant. They planted the spike. How?
Yeah. Well, so they got the spike down. You essentially totally negated the lockdown there because you were able to, you put it up, but they were able to get the spike down, then back off in time. Take a look at the showstopper. Could blow things up. Dre, no frickin' way. Chemicals with the op. Takes care of them. As they
look at the lurk. Look at the lurk coming in, Moose.
Moose is going to blow it up. Moose is going to blow it up. Chemicals has a chance, though. No, he doesn't. You called it, Sean. The lurk was there. It was absolutely beautiful from Moose. Luminosity, one map away from giving Sean what he wanted. A third map with Gangsta and JC Stanny. Shot up does it as well. We're playing another round, baby. JC Stanny playing in his smoke as Stellar gets it down. Left unchecked that. Oh my gosh, Nature. Stellar looking to do it as well. Anything you can do, I can do better. A 4K. Are you kidding me? Nature's left alone. In a 1v2, Moose is so weak, Sean, but he's so far off the site. It's an ace for Stellar to put the map away. We're going to map 3.
A true broman.
Luminosity have to respect everything that's happening around them. And so far, for Immortals, it seems to be working out just fine, right? Gangsta and Chemicals get a kill apiece. Moose is going to drop as well. Very well played from Immortals. Lose so much. You give the team on fighting for the retake so much, but Thief with 3, not able to get the ace. Man, that would have been filthy. Nature's Sheriff stops that. But he's still alone. In that 1v2, he's going to get cleaned up. Position-wise, I mean, Luminosity, while they didn't take some of the space that I think we expected them to, they still handle it just fine. Well, okay. Under Fury coming out from Gangsta. What a shot. On to Dre. And that's going to, I mean, Sean, they can't go this way, right? They have to go towards A, and you see them, they're like fully anchored up here. They're in a great spot to handle it. Shot up gets the opener. Thief. Great curveball. No! JC Stanny. Perfect position to stop that push.
Absolutely perfect bait setup there from
Thief is going to follow just on the other side, and all of that work for naught.
Oh my god, they're so focused on Shower. The short A hit. It's
planted.
huge for LG, winning all 3 entries. 5 on 2. Immortals locked out of the site. Did they save here?
And you wanted, like, I think they're at a spot where they could, it might be okay. Financially, it's going to be really close for them to be able to full buy in the next round. Gangsta drops, Nature. All right, he's gonna save. At this point, there's no value in it. So Luminosity, we talked about how they needed to dial up something pretty here, something spicy, right? And they do it. And Sean, you're absolutely right. The fight for the orb to get the run it back and the delay and where they posted up at short at the right time, no. But once they send with that and the drone, like you said, so much attention gets drawn there, and then they're not gonna have that pulled over him twice. JC standing in a great spot. Stellar trades it out. Gangsta gets one. His shot up is still on the side. He's still trying to keep them back. In Showers, that shock dart's going to push Moose back as well. They have to go B, and Sean, it's open.
Moose is so annoying the way he's dealing with Showers, using all of his utility to perfection, drawing so much attention. Look at this. The B site's open. Clean retake here coming in for Immortals. They still have the drone, though, which will clear out all these close, hard-to-clear angles typically.
They don't have... Luminosity doesn't have elbow control.
Uh-oh.
Right, so for Immortals, they can either funnel... Oh, no.
Last player standing.
A 1v1. Gangsta, who you mentioned was such a nuisance with his utility.
Still made a footstep. The fake TP. Gangsta has to assume he's on the right now.
Half. He's gonna stick. Oh, he didn't stick it. Stellar comes up huge there, Sean. And that's the thing. I don't know that he made enough noise in time. He's gonna be over there, and yeah, that 1v. They're coming back. No, they're coming back, and Thief dies. He doesn't have site presence anymore.
I know exactly.
Yeah, this got really hard, but the neural theft coming in gives them all the info. That'll make things a bit easier.
Neutralized.
My goodness, Gangsta with the shock dart kill. Stellar slowly creeping forward, and for good reason. Gangsta's still there. A proto left in 1v2. Gangsta with 3. Man, get the spike down. Immortals here in a pretty raw spot where they're just kind of getting pinched in and really getting ripped to shreds. An excellent response from Luminosity.
Yeah, it's absolutely wild. And LG, it looks like they're winning that fight. I can't believe it. They're playing it so well.
Look at Gangsta. Gangsta was on the TP. Oh, and he drops as well. You see Luminosity, once they realized that was coming, they had to pull back out of Showers and deal without it. Now they're going to go back in. But you got shot up on the other side with an Empress. And the spike is down. Luminosity have to commit to this. It's just a proto.
Even shot at picking up the off here.
Oh, man. And they have to respect that Stellar's there.
Oh, that's big.
Yep.
That's really big. No 150 for shot up. We're now in a 3-on-4. LG has huge positional advantage here.
Stellar's impact kills there, I mean, very well could win Luminosity this round. And look, you see how Immortals, they're trying to fight, they're trying to get Pipes control so that they can feel more comfortable about funneling onto B, but Luminosity are wise to it. They're going to fight for it themselves. Oh, Thief gets a couple. JC Stanny, nah, forget it. Threat extinguished. Stellar with 3. I mentioned the impact that he had on that round. That's why I love this map so dang much. Gray's already got 3, and he's interestingly using to choose the showstopper there. Doesn't connect onto anything. Both members of Immortals.
This is an insanely important round, Doug. Winning the 3rd bonus round like this, I have no qualms with him popping that showstopper right there. I think that's a good play. Just even if it got nothing, if they win this round cleanly with 5 alive, they will have such an insane edge for the rest of this game. That drone didn't spot the guy under hookah. Wow.
Oh, nice shots from JC Stanny.
It's getting kind of sketchy,
Yeah.
Doug. It's getting kind of sketchy.
It is, no.
Ooh.
One hero.
All right, so you mentioned, Sean, you know, I want to continue this conversation. Right? I was like, is he gonna do it again? Oh, see, the problem is here, they're funneled in, right? They're all in Octagon, and there's nowhere for them to go. But Chemicals with the Sheriff already good for 2. Nature's got one himself. They are certainly not out of the woodworks here if you're Luminosity.
No, this is kind of scary.
Last player standing.
Now, that initial pick on the Chemicals, they get tagged up. He's got to draw out to run it back. Stellar's gonna die. Thief had to do that just to really stay alive. Proto with a big kill onto the site though, as he just refuses to go away, but Immortals doesn't seem to care as they're gonna get the spike down anyway. Proto, good for 1. Drake, good for 1 as well. Great spot here. You've got U-Haul, you've got Showers control. You're on the attacking side. You set up this crossfire just fine. You're in great shape, but shot up with 3. Moose dropping things to a 1v1.
Oh, he's gonna get half.
He might get more, Sean. He might freaking get more. Nature's gonna swing at just the right time. Moose went for it, and Nature was wise to it.
Heard the raise come through too.
Good player. Moose.
One enemy remaining.
Moose.
Enemy remaining.
Moose alone. Chemicals wins the duel. Chemicals looking for the second one. Stellar's the one who wins the 1v1 and gets the defuse. Stellar's been out of his mind.
Yeah, the young veteran.
JC Stanny could have had heaven control, but he's gonna get shot out at Dre. They don't have time to flip it. They've got to commit here, Sean. They've got to go here. Dre's gonna drop. Immortal's still sitting pretty here. JC Stanny with 3.
I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I thought that, you know, with the heaven control, they would be able to come back into that round. JC Stanny with such huge impact. We're now with Stellar in a 1-on-3. I don't know if he even can pull this off. He would have to stick it in the smoke.
He doesn't do this, right? Truly. Okay, yeah, he's in a... Stellar. I love this because they have to respect it, right? They're likely going to die to the explosion. See Moose up close and personal trying to grab their lunch before they do, but it's not going to matter. The guns from Immortals just proved to be too much, at least up until this point. Luminosity left with 2. The Bucky, well, just the Bucky at this point. Stellar once again in a pretty brutal 1vx. Gets 1, but that's all he's going to get. Nature. Trying to defend. Oh, wow. Trying to defend the spike. JC Stanny's going to drop. Stellar good for 1. Nature suddenly all of a sudden feeling far more lonely, but a Proto drops as well, a 2v2. Gangsta and Nature both so weak. Nature with 3. Stellar with 1. Stellar alone, and Stellar does it again! The Leer was used there as well.
This is the game. This is the game right here. This fight.
The flash, oh, the flash! The flash hits 2! Stellar drops. Chemicals, both members of Luminosity are just continuing to drop like flies at 2v2. Make that a 2v1. Nature's alone. Nature drops. Moose, who else but Moose, Sean? Who else but Moose to answer the call to win the map for Luminosity and to knock out Immortals? Folks, the streak is broken. That's a 5-1.